Entrepreneurship, innovation. Something about skills?
Welcome to my video log. This is a task I've been given at the end of this semester where we've done a bunch of innovative videos and processes. As you can see in the background, this is my first video, the innovation video, where I had to explain what innovation, entrepreneurship, and skills are about. And as it's very evident in the video material, I wasn't really made or taught to stand in front of a camera. In fact, I still find it very hard to speak, knowing that this will go up somewhere. And if it's fairly evident in the video material, I had a bunch of fun editing the video and the videos, all of the videos, that is. So this was where I really found my place in group work when it came to video material. In fact, I would say that I've been fairly creative when it comes to how I edited these videos given the material that I had available. In fact, this process of me editing videos is very apparent in the next project we had to do, which was a video on creativity, where the only task I had was editing the entire video. And here's a tiny clip from the beginning of it. This was one of the videos where we had a very, very clear structure, what we wanted to do. As you can see, we wanted it to be in a kitchen. We wanted Maria in the back to look busy as she prepared the recipe while Thomas went through what was needed for the recipe, as he was supposed to be the guest with a special recipe today. And I was just the editor in this, and I spent around 8 hours editing this thing together, and it was a blast. We had Stine, who hasn't been shown in the video. She she wrote the storyline that was supposed to take place in a creative process with all of us, where we had ideas, we put in what we wanted, and then she basically put it together. And then we ran with it and wrote a script in cooperation with one another. By the end of this video, the entire process of editing it and writing it and filming it, we were very satisfied with the end result, which looked to be a fairly professional video done with a very, very limited budget. And later on, we had tasks of going out into a school where we had to present a short product where we had fixed some of the students' problems. And I'll just show a very, very quick clip from that.
So at first, the main problems you guys gave us: graffiti, oh it's gone, toilet stains, messy hallways, having messy classrooms. It looks pretty neat now. Don't know what happened.
I won't show much more of that footage, as it was primarily for the students and not for ourselves in this case. And I also would like to respect the privacy of the students in the images. So instead of having me edit every single face out of the video, that's the snippet that I'm going to show. Instead, here's some footage from another class we did where we had to produce a video that I also edited. And I think that this is also an example of what I've learned during this course, this semester in innovation, as I've really had the chance to sit down and play around with these editing tools and create products like these, which I wouldn't have done before, as I've never really sat down and taken the time to edit videos. It's been such a massive thing that I've always been scared to do, even though I've always touched upon it. In fact, I remember touching upon editing back when I was like 12, and I never really reached the potential that I've done over the course of this last semester. In fact, the biggest challenge I had this semester wasn't editing, it was learning the many different ways of editing. But the biggest challenge of them all this semester was the PechaKucha. So instead of showing you the actual video of the PechaKucha, I'll place a link along with any other video I've shown so far in the description of this video. What you need to know about a PechaKucha is the fact that it's 20 slides and it's 20 seconds per slide. And as you can see in the background, I've sped up the footage because otherwise it would be a bit boring to look at while I just sit here and talk. But the challenge for me was actually talking within a topic that was completely relevant, while also finding pictures related to this topic, all while keeping every topic sentence relevant to the picture at hand. And I don't think I did that so successfully. In fact, sometimes I think I was about 5 seconds too slow, other times 5 seconds too fast when speaking. And that's a real challenge when doing this thing. Even though I ended up doing a fairly good lengthy PechaKucha that was just at the right length, I really think that this was a challenge in itself. And I hope that people will do stuff like this in the future as well. So the last task we had to do together was create a lesson plan, and I'll just leave it running in the background and then showing a tiny fraction of it spoken so you can see it. But the idea was that we had to come up with a lesson plan that was creative and innovative, and together we created this product.
To fit higher grades, depending on how many numbers, how much knowledge you want to put into this. We chose for this to be 2 lessons long, one being a regular 45 minutes, and the other being a half-day special physics day class. The end product of this, since the main focus is problem solving, is for the students to find an innovative way of protecting an egg from falling, but I will go into this a lot more later.
With all of that said and done, I think this semester has been, at least in terms of this subject innovation, I think it's been quite the roller coaster, as we've had many experiences both in terms of activities and theory. We've also had a bunch of assignments to do that have been fairly interesting to do, especially the entire project where we had to create a solution to real life student problems. And I think that in the end, I've learned a lot from this course, even though I wasn't really prepared to sit down and learn a lot from this course, as most of it has to me been second nature, meaning that it's something I would do normally. In fact, if I have any kind of problem, I just Google it, just as an example. Whereas many of my friends ask me what they are supposed to do, and then I just Google their problems and give them an answer, making me seem smart. But in reality, I'm just average. But yeah, here at the end of this video, I just wanted to thank the people in my study group who have helped a lot during the process of writing these tasks. And I would like to thank the teachers as well. They have been a tremendous part of learning to do these things, as they have given the assignments and given us the theory and given us some tools to work creatively. And with that, I would just like to say thanks for watching or listening, depending on what you really did with this video. And yeah, see you next time.